Hey, good evening, good people. How you doing? The grandpa here with my amazing co-host.
Quinter.
How you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm great. I saw the Sunday what walisema. I brought the OG herself.
I'm honored, super
Yeah,
honored, and
yeah,
keep expecting good things.
yeah. I think I love the fact that people connected with what you're saying,
Yes.
and as I said, to me, I think you're a good teacher.
Thank
I myself, like the host,
Uh-huh.
did I sat down and watch the whole show?
Yeah, I also did. It was
Uh,
nice.
I usually I'll just check on it because I'm working, then I hyper. But
Mm-hmm.
this one I sat and I was like, wow, that was a good conversation.
Indeed.
So, good people, unfortunately, in this 21st century, we still have gender based violence. It comes in terms of physical, mental, different ways of handling it. And today, that's what we are going to be speaking about gender based violence in 21st century. Let me ask you, Quinta, from where we sit as young people
Mm-hmm.
and from an African point of view, how do you define gender based violence?
Gender-based violence
Yes.
carries a lot with it.
Uh-huh.
It is that torture. It can be physical,
Mm-hmm.
mental, emotional,
Mm-hmm.
and really it does not like need to be maybe come from a point that you get injured or harmed,
Mm-hmm.
but even how you like talk to me, how you carry
Uh,
out my emotions, it
mhm,
may lead me to uh, go into maybe some depression, and
mhm,
that's violence already.
mhm,
So for me, I believe that violence is not all about physical
mhm,
violence,
mhm,
but also your emotional. There is also emotional damage,
mhm,
which can be caused, and to that it leads to gender-based violence.
mhm. And let me ask you,
Mm-hmm.
do you think nowadays
Yes.
we still have, like the way our parents had the masculinity
Yes.
between that and today? At what point do you think you have that particular, the strength that was there?
I think we are liberated because we are learned.
Mhm.
Gone are the days when women would allow like to be boxed with maybe male domination, some sort of
Yes,
things.
yes.
Nowadays, women are doing things that back in the days people
Mm,
believed men
mhm,
used to do that.
mhm,
So I think yes, there's still that male domination
mhm,
kidogo,
mhm.
but women are woke. That's one thing I have to like say and congratulate all women outside there
Yeah.
because we are woke.
And let me ask you, let's say you came to my, I don't know, it's like the way nowadays, I don't know whether you've realized that male have taken lead. For example, in events,
Yes.
unapata wanasema wanaume wasaviwa wa kwanza.
Yeah.
You get, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Then women are told, endeni kwa hiyo laini na watoto.
Mm-hmm.
How does it affect the
Uh,
relationships?
hmm. Okay, maybe I don't know, but it's how people are raised.
Mm.
Okay, going with the African way of life, we are taught to believe men are superior, men are
Are we
men.
not?
No, you're not. There is no superior gender in the first place.
So you believe
So
that like we are equal?
we are equal, but there is a point. I am submissive. I am.
Yes.
There are two. They are
Uh-huh.
different.
Uh-huh.
Being submissive and being equal are
What is
two different.
Abu Kwanza now clarify now that?
Submissive comes from the word being subject to. And in
Oh.
this case,
Uh-huh.
maybe taking a man and a woman,
Uh-huh.
these are two very equal people with different capabilities, stuff like that,
Yes.
but they are equal. What this woman can do, or a
Mm-hmm.
man can do. But when it comes to like that family setup,
Mm.
as a lady,
Mm-hmm.
I will be submissive, but we
Yes.
are equals.
Yes.
So the narrative you gave about maybe in events, women and children being sidelined.
Yeah.
You know, for us, children, these are like our vulnerable group, children and women. They have to be given that first priority. As a man, you should not even like find joy in you being served first. See, there's a lady and there's a child there.
So now when it comes to food, now you are equal. So you want to say like when it comes to food, now at that point we are not equal.
Okay, as a man, it should like also ring a bell that you can hold on.
And
a child cannot hold on the same way a man can hold on.
But my question is, at what point did I start comparing myself with Quinter in terms of even mental? Okay, the way I think, now this is my honest opinion, I have a more mental strength power than you. You get? Not in a negative way, but how I'll hold emotions, I think a man should be, we were built for the rough road. You guys are built for the tarmac. At what point do you think tukachilia these tenants where I'm comparing myself now with you?
It's when that hatred came in. You know, some people say that men like naturally hate women. And true to that is that women have lost their trust in men because you find them with maybe no reason at all. A man will just want to fight a woman, not necessarily it being physical, but with how maybe a man talks about a lady. You know, it says a lot of your personality. You talking about a lady like someone, you know, as a woman is very powerful.
Yeah.
We carry a lot of power.
True.
And just seeing how a man, it does not have to be even a man with maybe his relatives or stuff like that. How you treat a random lady talks a lot about your personality, about your human, how humane are you, such like stuff. Yes.
And let me ask you, do we still hold the cultural card with us?
Yes, we do. Because okay, we were as girls, we were taught that we belong to the kitchen.
Yes.
We were taught how to cook, how to wash for our husbands, taking water to their bathroom, stuff. Like each and every time, it always revolved around how we can please a man, how we can serve a man. And if we don't do that, and maybe now this violence comes in, then we tend to like go back and point these fingers to ourselves. He bet me because I didn't satisfy him.
Yeah.
Because that is what we were always taught. You have to please a man. You have to do this, cook, wash the utensils, wash his clothes, satisfy him. Like a woman was always told to like, you will always be bending for a man. But now I want to also appreciate the efforts which came along with technology, advocacy, which also brought the awareness to us.
There's something you've said, a woman is powerful.
Yes.
And I'll give you a classic example. I don't know how to put it, but I'll give you. Let's say I'm interested in you. You'll find that grandpa will come with a lot of force. Nasikuogopi. But once we get a relationship, there's a fear men develop for women. Is that not gender-based violence?
And with gender-based violence, we don't mean
that's emotional.
Yeah, and also we are not, gender-based violence does not mean only women are being violated. Men are violated too.
Very much.
And the only thing we are saying is women are being violated at a higher percentage than men.
No. Let me tell you, Quinter. You see, for example, and the men will tell me, I might not have anything on my phone. But the thought of you touching my phone Ninajua unatafuta kitu ya kuleta kelele. That is gender-based violence to men.
No, for you, that is you being protective about something that if you're clear, why should you be like, feel like I'm intruding if there's nothing?
See, that's you're violating my privacy.
So I should not be here.
No.
Even if you wanted your own private life, you would not have brought me into the picture.
Now that brings me now to a topic. You find that, let's say, there's a lady X. She's a single mom, and it's unfortunate that right now we have a lot of single motherhood, single fatherhood, a lot of separations, knowingly or unknowingly. There's a lot that is happening, but you find like either a single dad anataka kupendwa, right? But amepata the other partner, they are there for a ride. How does one know that this person is going to abuse me mentally, emotionally? For example, let's say you're a single mom and maybe you have like maybe 2 kids. There is your bills. There's a lot that's happening nowadays, right? Then there's grandpa mwenye amekuja kwako. Grandpa is just there for pleasure. Or the vice versa. Mtu ameona grandpa anakaa kuona tu shilingi forecast. Msi tunaweza build future na yeye. Haja kama hapo cause of love, but because what you have. How can one know that this person will one day turn out to be an animal?
It starts with very little things. You know, at that stage where you get to know each other, nothing is serious. But now when you like progress, you know the person well. And let me tell you, now there are things called red flags.
Yes.
There will always be red flags where like your eyes will be opened and you'll see who that partner really is. But because we tend to like follow our hearts, the love we have for these people, we tend to like turn a blind eye to these red flags.
Now, what makes that? For example, umecheki grandpa yenyewe is a cheater from day one, but unajiambia hata change. Is it me who has have manipulated you? Ama I'm in a state of denial.
Okay. You will be the only one who will know if you are manipulating me. Because for me, I will follow what my heart like tells me. Because at that time, women, I don't want to like bracket it all that women are all like good people or stuff like that. But women are generally genuine. We follow our heart, and if it's I will follow like what I believe I love, and what will keep me there. One is because of love. 2, maybe because I need you financially. I can't like, I depend on you. I see a future with you, and that's what makes me be hopeful that you can change.
Let's go for a break. Come back and dive more, because I think we have a solution now. This is the Coffee Talk with the Grandpa and my great co-host,
Quinter.
Je, wewe ni mfanyabiashara katika sekta ya elimu, afya bora, usafiri ama unamiliki kampuni yoyote ile? Ungependa kupata fursa ya kutangaza biashara yako ili kuwafikia wateja zaidi? Usikonde. Runinga ya Younib inakupa fursa ya kupeperusha matangazo kuhusu bidhaa na huduma unazotoa kwa bei nafuu. Kwa maelezo zaidi, wasiliana nasi kupitia nambari za simu 0750344700 ama kupitia barua pepe marketing@younibtv.com. Jinyakulie leo. Younib TV, ever the best.
Welcome back to the Coffee Talk. And you know, today we're having a very good, intimate conversation about gender-based violence, because in the 21st century, we are still abusing each other. And by the way, from after what she's going to talk about, I will want, as we look, until this day and age, people are still practicing FGM.
Yeah.
But you are saying about something to do with the example I had given you. About me and the lady who might have kids, or her and me and I might have kids. You are saying something.
Oh yes. I'll go back to it, and I mentioned something about red flags.
Yeah.
It starts super easy. Maybe you have a disagreement, then you find yourself. It normally starts with a slap. And then after that, it will escalate to a punch, but you're still there. And what makes us to be there is because we still believe that there still can be love. We can still like work things out, sort things out. But what I can maybe say, because going with the story of there's this podcast that has really gone viral about Sophia and Bumpy. So this lady experienced a lot in her relationship with Bumpy, going through all sorts of violence, emotional violence, physical violence, but still we find that the mother-in-law, not the mother to the husband, supported him, protected him, and even during times that they had fights, the mother would come pick the child as Bumpy bet up Sophia. So you find that we are living in a world that we want to like protect the perpetrators. And Sophia, I'll also give example with that similar podcast, which is still Sophia. Sophia went and after all that torture, being cheated on, rape, violence, cheating, she went to report it. Now after she saw this man is going to kill me in this house, that was after she confronted Bumpy. She learned that she was still being cheated on in the same house she lived with her daughter. So going to the police station, the police officer sent Sophia away that watu wawili wanalala kwa kitanda moja, maneno yao hatuwezi tatua, ati hiyo story yao ni ngumu. Now you see Bumpy is still walking in the streets of Nairobi, a free man.
But and I'm sorry, this is a discussion because it's a reality. I will also say the same if I was a policeman. From this point of view, we are a generation where we are not making decisive decisions. You get? During the break, I popped a question, but I love how our director of photography has answered that. We grandpa unakam kucheza na Quinter hapa hivi. Quinter na yeye ni ako serious. So by the time Quinter have said yes, I withdrew. I'm like, okay, you get. If you look nowadays, and it's something that I've actually when someone comes and tells me nimekosana na huyu mtu, especially for men, I am not judging any man. I first listen to the man keenly, to what he's saying and what he's not saying. And for the lady, when they come, I don't listen to the emotions. When you start crying, najuanga hii ni uongo unaniambia. Why?
It doesn't have to be.
No, I'm saying
we go through a lot also.
Yes, men go through more.
No, there's nothing like that.
Quinter.
There's nothing like that we go through a lot. We also go through a lot.
Do you know how to be a man? It's a struggle.
And that's also being women. It takes a lot.
Yeah, but now look at this way. Ukienda kuambia mtu story yako, let's say you're the one on the wrong. For example, nowadays, me I love how our parents did their thing. Alikuwa nasikia, hey baba, tumeenda chama kwa mama fulani na anaishi huku. You get? It's a so-called women empowerment. You can even, you feel like you're entitled not to tell me where you're going. I need to know.
Do you tell us where you go?
And that's what I'm saying. We've loosened up.
Yes.
So I take you as... So now that's where my question comes, Quinter. Do you think we're doing a proper dating?
No, I can't. I think we are not. I believe we are not dating enough to like know someone for who he or she really is. We tend to like rush things during maybe knowing each other. We want to like jump 5 steps ahead. Yet, with every step, there is something you are supposed to do in each and every step.
Yes.
But now you find that our generation, things have changed. We don't want to like concentrate on the nitty-gritties. We want to like rush there, do the things we want to do. Then after that, now we'll start complaining. No, I didn't know this person.
We come to gender-based violence. And I want to tackle much of... we can even have a part 2 where you're going to talk maybe even about children. But between sex and love, which one comes first?
Love.
Then sex.
Yes.
So as you're doing the opposite.
Yeah, I tend to like lean on this sex side, and we forget that everything is driven by love. Especially in like romantic relationships.
Yes.
Where there is no love, nothing can grow. It will be short-lived. Yes, you can go ahead, have sex, but after that, that's the end of it. So if you want something long-term, concentrate on loving a person.
Now, the reason I've asked you that way, now, so grandpa and already ex. Sex came first. Then, unfortunately, akapata mtoto.
Yes.
How, I know, like, and using the words of my director, mimi mchezo nilikuwa nayo. Don't you think that's now the start of this whole thing? And how can we reverse it to where now we're operating like people who have brains?
Now it's about knowing what you want. And if really your brain is geared towards sex, then you lose it. Things happen. Sex is not something, is not a joke, by the way. I don't know why people have suddenly normalized sex all of a sudden.
Yeah.
You know, once you decide to become intimate with a person, then a lot of things can happen.
Yes.
Bonds are created. You can like bring life from sex.
Yes.
And you know, now when a child comes into the picture, and really maybe the both of you are not ready for it, then it becomes the start of chaos and headaches, because you didn't plan for it in the first place. It came along when you were not still prepared. So you find that for me, I'll have my own thoughts. You'll have your own thoughts concerning this journey we are to begin. And if one person refuses to be responsible, then it comes with also consequences. Because
that's where now I feel now you're pressuring me. Ukiniambia hata hakuna sukari.
Yeah.
Ukiniambia
diapers.
The diapers.
The kid is there, medication, stuff. And if
uniitishe pesa ya makucha ni pap. That's where now the whole
drama comes in. Wow. The violence.
Now, at that point, do you think we know ourselves? Do you think grandpa knows himself? Before coming to Quinter, or even, not even really like Quinter the lady, but before even having a friend or a brother, do you think we know ourselves this generation?
No, when we are there already, then you start like small things zishakukasirisha, because you have a lot. Right now you're thinking, how am I going to like provide for this kid who is coming? how am I going to like provide for the mother, for the family that now we are all here? And you find that now this is the place you lose your temper. You can even like beat up a woman, and that's why we have a rise in number of single mothers. Because you reach a time, maybe the dad has decided not to be responsible. Maybe the violence has come in, and what I tell these ladies each and every day who find themselves in such a situation is, when violence comes in, it starts with a slap. Inaendelea, and because it's someone we love, we don't want to like even talk about it. We don't want to tell a friend that the person I love has beaten me up. That it comes with stigma. It comes with shame. Now the friend will ask, like, as the friend of Sophia asked, is it the first time? Yes, I've been going through this, but because I still love this person, I'll say yes, it is the first time.
Is it love or is it desperation?
Okay, it can be both, or it can be one, depending on the kind of like challenge you're experiencing at that particular time.
Actually, I've got a way to bring it home nicely. Men, do you know you get abused economically? How? When I don't know whether this is a condition or something, but myself, where I'm sitting, and this is genuine. This is not because I'm the host of the show or this is TV. When a woman tells me I cannot provide anything in the house, my conversation ends there. I don't even want their friendship. You get? Because during our father's time, the resources were there. Quinter. Right now, how do you tell me that you want me to pay house rent, kila kitu? Then you hear them asking, Kwani, what are other men doing? See, that's an abuse, isn't it? That's a violence.
It also goes back to you.
Yes.
I want to say, because when you are like pursuing this woman, yes, you can like go for a woman like that lady, high value woman, where and as a high value woman already.
High value woman. What is high value? What is high value woman?
This is a woman where, or let me say, like an independent woman.
We're all independent people.
I'm talking about women. That's why you'll find a lady coming and telling you, me, I'm not going to like provide anything in this household. Because why did you go for her? Did you ask her what she brings on the table?
What if at first, now you've answered my question now about dating. If
you knew that lady, and
you'll step back.
You step back, and because you also know what you're looking for.
Yes.
If you know that I want someone who we can go 50-50, then you'll have to look for that person, because the baby girls outside here, you'll have to do everything for me. You'll do everything for me, and it's not like I'm violating you, because you also have a choice to like refuse. Not to provide anything. You have that choice. You can make that decision.
You have that choice. Let's go for a break and come back. Still hapo kuna shida. Let's go for a break, come back.
Je, wewe ni mfanyabiashara katika sekta ya elimu, afya bora, usafiri ama unamiliki kampuni yoyote ile? Ungependa kupata fursa ya kutangaza biashara yako ili kuwafikia wateja zaidi? Usikonde. Runinga ya Younib inakupa fursa ya kupeperusha matangazo kuhusu bidhaa na huduma unazotoa kwa bei nafuu. Kwa maelezo zaidi, wasiliana nasi kupitia nambari za simu 0750 344 700 ama kupitia barua pepe marketing@younibtv.com. Jinyakulie leo. Younib TV, ever the best. Ever the best. Hallelujah.
Welcome back. You know what, good people? These are good. This was happening. So nasema grandpa to cut his quarter size. But then you have actually rightly answered. If grandpa was going to coffee date dinners, you'll know who I'm dating. I'll give you an example. There's a lady I met in our country music world. There's something they're doing with them. I didn't know she's a daughter of a big person. She drives a very basic car. And because I saw her driving. Otherwise, I wouldn't have said she drives. So I was like, wow. I've always thought a lady who's like in her position, she's a GM of the place she works in. And I thought she'll have this strong perfume, well done, like meticulous. Then I find her on the second day. Extremely casual. This is someone that will not know. But from what you're saying is, the more I'll stay with this lady, the more I'll know, okay. So wewe si wakukunywa chai Moi Avenue, wewe ni wakukunywa chai Kenyatta Avenue. But what if I truly like this lady? The Quinter who is independent, you're going to marry me, these are my conditions. How do I break that barrier as a man?
As a man, I think you just have to work towards it. Because as a woman,
yes,
when I say like, these are my conditions.
That's it.
And maybe me bending or like not following and maybe respecting my boundaries often leads to like trouble. Because you find like a woman can decide to maybe sacrifice maybe her career because of this man she met, she loved. But most of the time, you find maybe this man may not like really know the value of this woman. He forgets that this lady left everything for me. I don't know, ni pride inakujanga in the middle. Like you squander everything. You like forget yourself, not remembering you were given that chance to like do your thing only because you found favor in my eyes. I loved you. And for women, when we love, we love.
Yeah. And let me ask you, have you realized nowadays we have a lot of victim mentality?
Yes.
I'll come tell you, oh, this is what happened in my last. Well, there's that recap, just to sending the foundation layer. Please know there's a boundary you don't touch, But you find that people have carried a victim mentality over and over again. What are we doing to ourselves, first of all?
Victim mentality is kwanza disorder mentally.
Wow.
Because victim, like I'm the one who is always wronged. Like mimi ndio nakosewa. It is me. They always point fingers.
Yes.
This is something, and these people tend to be like the worst. It has been proven. These people who want to be people to sympathize with them,
Yes.
always being the center of attraction.
Yes, yes.
Yet, most of the time, things didn't even maybe roll out the way these people are explaining it. Because once you have that victim mentality, you'll always want people to like relate to you in not in a positive way, but for you to like get their sympathy.
Is victim mentality and being manipulative the same way?
No, it's
No,
not.
no.
It is not.
Manipulative, I'm just playing with your psychology.
Yes, and with victim mentality, like you feel like you're being wronged. But with manipulation, it works that you can like no, it's like manipulation is maybe I can say faking.
Ah.
You like tend to like fake it, but you're manipulating me and you're making me believe you that like that you're swaying me. Yeah, I think it's swaying someone. And that's manipulation and victim mentality.
They're different.
They're different.
But I've realized that this generation we have, you find people are just playing victim day in, day out. When you get to that relationship, that's when you understand, man, that's why you are left.
Yeah.
You know? Because I feel like through the victim mentality, oh, this is what happened to my relationship. Oh, this is what happened. This is what happened. There is that where you can say, I was wronged, and this is what happened. But I also think I was also a fool in the relationship. I messed up also a little bit. But, there is also where I call it like a passive way of passing an information. You don't want to tell someone, I hate flirting. Just know when you fungulia that mlango, I'll open a gate. You open a door for flirting. Me, I'll open a gate for flirting, And I find that it's either we have pain and we don't talk, or we don't address the issues. So at that juncture, how do we solve this so that we can move forward as people?
It's about first not wanting sympathy. You might have been wronged, but you have to like go back and like remember, when did the rain start beating you? Like when were your eyes like closed? You were not even like seeing what was going on. And from that point, learn from your mistakes. Don't be like you're year in, year out, you're the victim in each and every relationship. You're the problem. You have to sit down and like examine yourself. Why am I being like, why are people like messing around with me? It's because something is wrong and you have to address it. Be it physical, be it mental, because most of the time it's a mental issue. So you have to like sit down, then this issue of jumping from one relationship to the next also adds up to these many problems that we deal with in our relationships.
What should be the procedure?
Give it time. Time heals wounds, even the deepest wounds. Give yourself time.
I usually thought you heal at the scene of crime.
No, don't.
Wow.
Don't. Give yourself time to like heal, recollect yourself, and also learning from your mistakes. Going into this relationship, I don't want some things to repeat. I don't want like grandpa to like tell me he cares, he loves me, then I'll smile. No, I will not smile. If I see the first red flag, I leave. Because I don't want to be deceived. Yes, maybe you were deceived, but you are not going to be deceived again.
What I'm hearing that you are saying is either from what you know, as you're talking, I'm asking myself, do I really know myself? The self-awareness, eh?
Yeah.
Do you think like we also don't know ourselves? From the way you ask, the way you're saying, yeah.
Self-awareness is something very, very important. Knowing yourself, knowing maybe what triggers you, what makes you like super angry, like, what can I do to the best of my ability?
Wow.
These are things you need to like sit down and know yourself,
Mm-hmm.
which I also believe they are going to like elevate you as a person. Because when you're in that maybe toxic relationship, you may not know that this is the thing that triggers me. If he or she says this, then I lose it.
Thank you for going there. Now, that's a small thing. So it's generally the persona that you are.
Yeah,
So I should not like be like, Apana, I'm too harsh. That's you.
that is you. And once you know it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's also something you also, because being triggered is not a nice thing.
Okay.
Because
Say that you said the word triggers you, that's you.
okay, that is you, because it also has an impact
Okay.
in your emotion.
Okay.
Because if something is said or something is done, then automatically I feel it. But how will you deal with this trigger?
Oh, okay. All right.
Maybe if we were just having a conversation, then we argue, then maybe she says something that hurts me. No, that's the trigger. But most of the time, as a woman and as a man, you also have to know how to deal with your triggers, because most of the time they can be messy. You can end up like in physical fights, stuff like that, and other stuff. But once you know yourself, once you know what to do when this happens, then you like put a roadblock to all these other feelings, and you not like have that blast of emotions.
Because what you said is really amazing, because I find that unakanga unauliza msee, did you sit down and understand this person? No, we met. Unamuliza, okay, you stayed for this, and actually now you've answered why. If you've noticed, many people who, when someone helps dates, nowadays I'm very cautious. Like someone sits down and tells me, Grandpa, I was going for, you did the first coffee date, it was nice. Second one, it's okay. Third one, yeah, she agreed to be my girl. Then they tell you, now from there, she doesn't like dates anymore. We'd rather be in the house. She'd rather either she comes to my house, or I go to her house. And I'm always like, okay, who doesn't love coffee dates?
Yeah, and also like now those are the red flags, because these people who can't stay, man, just run. Because why would you invite me to your place to live with you? Yet I even don't know you.
No, not that way. So today, I've taken Quinter for the first date.
Yeah.
We've enjoyed. Let's say we stay, but we're in communication. So the next date happens in maybe 2-3 months. We're still in communication. Then there's a random dates. Obvious. Katikati there's those after job like, hey, are you in town? Yeah. Can you grab some coffee or something, some ice cream? Then the third date, you're like, so what are you doing this weekend? So you come over, which is normal. Like, to me, that's normal. You come over. Then after there's no other date. You'll be like, hey, Quinter niaje, so you come to town, or you're like, Grandpa, hey, manze, so you do a coffee date. I'm busy. So you do a coffee date. This person doesn't like coffee anymore. You wonder, what happens?
Maybe it can be, we'll have to go back to the time you invited her over. And maybe it can be something happened there. And if someone, if it was not love, it was lust, then when I get what I want, then it's super done.
Yay.
And it's always sad, because at this time, you have made me believe you love me. Kumbe, it was just lust.
With maybe it's a technical question, do you think there's something like sexual trauma?
Yeah.
For example, have a lot of experiences with a lot of women and have got maybe jabs, like I'm pained from girl 1, girl 2, girl 3. Then I find the Quinter. You find now, I'm bringing all that burden to you.
It happens.
Wow, there's something like that.
Yeah, it happens because going with someone's experiences, and when you find like the person is not healed, because if you are healed, then it only means that you are now a new person. You don't have wounds like which can leak on someone else. Yes, you might have scars, and when you see it, then you remember, yes, I got this from this place.
Yeah.
It's okay to have scars.
Yeah.
But don't go to any relationship with a wound, because a wound can leak anytime. It's because it's something still that is fresh. But having a scar, then you can only remember and learn from like that mistake. But you cannot like bleed on someone who is innocent, who was not there when all these things were happening. So take your time to heal before
Na sasa,
bleeding on someone.
Valentine's is in a few weeks to come. If I told you, Quinter, let's go, let me take you for a date night, would you agree?
On which basis?
Oh.
It has to also be known. If it's something romantic. Because Valentine's is not all about maybe, okay, it can be a romantic day for couples and lovers. But celebrate that one person who...
There is no gray area.
Story, a gray area.
But I think what you're saying, me, and I think the more, this is the second time that you're having a conversation with you. I think it's more of self-awareness.
Sure.
And the way you're bringing your self-awareness is from within.
From within.
Guys, so you should have a conversation about self-awareness. You know what, Quinter? Talk to your people.
Okay. Now today, what I can say, we have been talking about gender-based violence, which is a very crucial topic. And we are not saying women are the only people who are experiencing gender-based violence. Men also experience the same thing. But as a woman, talking from a point of view, when you see those red flags, I want to encourage you and to like tell you to like live. You don't have to sacrifice your whole life for someone, yet one day the person might even kill you. So like love yourself, be self-aware. Ladies, be woke. First violence, love yourself enough to like live. Yes, you might love that person dearly, but love yourself. Remember yourself. You'll still have yourself for the longest time possible. You still have a life to live. So love yourself enough to walk out.
Wow. You know what? She's an amazing lady. I keep on learning. Yeah, I keep on throwing jabs at her for me to correct her mind, but she's one sober lady. Friends, I think this year has started well with sober conversation, honest conversations. Keep it here at the Coffee Talk, because I think a time has come for us to have worthy conversation where we're not only doing this for the visuals, but we're setting ourselves into your position. Till next time, goodbye, God bless you, and